Welcome back, you guys. Back to the LS build series. Long story short, as you can see, the motor is no longer right side up. We done flipped it over. Reason being, let me go ahead and show y'all so we can just get straight into the content, because I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear me talking. We already numbered all the main journals, or main caps, whichever one you prefer to call them. We're going to end up pulling those today, along with all the pistons. You can see that I got majority of them numbered. Oh, you can't see those because I don't really got the light on them, but they're all numbered just like that on both sides. So we're about to get to pulling some rods out. We'll see what the damage is, see how bad it is, and we're going to run it up. I'll set you guys off to the side. We'll have a nice time lapse today. Let's enjoy this. Alright, so tip of the day, make sure you crank the motor over to the point where that rod is at the highest point so you can get to the bolts easy. Alright, I believe they're at 11 mils, so we're going to get the zipping these off now. Yep. And I have a piece of cardboard behind me that we're going to be setting all this on and keeping everything in order, because that's what you want to do. You want everything to go back the same way it came apart, okay? I just pulled that off this way, so remember, the pistons always go forward. Just keep everything to make sure to get a bolt back in the same exact way it came out. If you can always try and keep the rod journals together too, because those don't really matter, because we're going to be checking out the crank to make sure it's all safe. Worst come to worst, I'm going to end up going to get it polished and putting new rod bearings in it anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you're really that person, you want to be extra on top of everything, do as I say, because I'm putting everything back in the same way it's coming out. That way when I go to reinstall it with the new bearings and everything, it's going to go in the exact same way. I want everything to be matched, not changed, nothing different. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of cranking back. This is going to be the part of the video where it's going to speed up, so be ready. So far, everything's coming out good, you guys. Don't worry, not reusing these rod bolts. These rod bolts going into trash. We will be going to ARP.
Moet je ook wel denken, is dat? out of you? Okay. See what I do.
Oh, shit.
Got contact marks on?
Oh shit. I was like, why didn't that line up? I don't realize I like set it on my crooked. My bad, y'all. Give me a split second. I'll get to showing y'all everything and how it went, but you can see. That's the 8th cylinder. We done them all. Yeah, there's no regos on this, y'all. Pick you guys up. So we're going to set these in the house off to the side where the kids can't get to them, put them up nice. We'll end up taking each one, dropping them in the ultrasonic cleaner, cleaning them up, making them look nice. Just because I know they're going to need that after I get these piston rings out. I only see a couple areas where some of the rings look like they may have been somewhat seized in there, but no, they look pretty damn good. They came out really good for what they are. If you look really close on these ones, let me see if I can get this to focus. Yeah. There you go. Now you can see it. Alright, so finishing up this video, we made one small newbie mistake. I forgot to remove the rear main seal, so we'll pop this off right quick while this is still on here. So I'm pretty sure these bolts aren't that long, and it's not more than, I think it's like 6-7 bolts, so shouldn't take too much. That's how we can remove this crankshaft. With this crankshaft out, probably take it to go get polished before we put it back in, just make sure it looks all nice, and it won't take no metal off, it'll just make it look shiny again, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it'll help or not, but we're going to do it, because the motor's pretty much getting put back together. Factory spec, we're going to end up probably going ARP on some of the studs and shit like that, just to make it stronger. Just trying to strengthen the weak points. Yeah, I figured these bolts weren't that long. Just got to remember these go to the rear main seal. I'm going to mark them and put them inside my bin that I have. You guys seen it already before. But I got a bin for all these bolts specifically, and I just mark everything what it is, and that way when I go to put it back together, all the bolts go back in that I am not renewing. Because bolts like this are just best to keep because they don't go bad really. These aren't going to vibrate out. At least I've never heard of these vibrating out. If you guys heard of these vibrating out, you let me know, and we'll change these too, but I don't think they will. Because I could be crazy. Ooh, some of them on there tight. But it makes sense. Somebody spec'd this out at one point. That's probably why it wasn't leaking. Yeah, so I'm finger spinning that. It's coming out pretty easy. We'll be done in a sec. Hope this video isn't too long, because editing these being 4K, it takes a long time, especially with like my computer being low jack as fuck, because it's really just a tuning laptop. It wasn't really meant to be doing HD videos and shit, but it's okay. Making the best out of my situation right now, yo. It's only me doing this, so when you see me on here, you get the real me, the authentic me. If I fuck up, and I tell you that. So, like, do as I do and not as I say. I don't know. Like, just don't do what I did and forget to remove the rear main seal. Remove the rear main seal first, you won't have this issue. I just think I probably wasn't thinking about it because when I put the motor on the stand, I was just putting it on the stand to get it the fuck up and out the way off the floor. Which makes sense, but if I'd have been thinking about this ahead of time, we wouldn't be here. Oh shit. Okay. Should probably hit that one with my purse. I would have probably got it off, right? Well, that was my bone going against the fucking metal in here. That's hilarious. That made some funny sounds. These last few at the bottom, I'm going to just hit with the impact right quick. Just curious if any of you watched this all the way through. That piston that you seen that had the scratches up top, let me know if you think I should just buy a new piston or if I should just send it to the moon, because I think that piston would be just fine. It wasn't killing that cylinder. I think it just tapped the valve a couple times, but what does that do? Just lower the compression in that cylinder? Because I don't think it did much to that. Yeah, I think I hit all those with the impact right quick. Well, I actually didn't tell you guys. I wish I can see what's going on, so just so you can kind of get an idea. Oh, it's not, you still can't see from that angle, can you? Nope. There ain't no light right there. You can't even see that far. I tried to show you guys. Snatch these last few out. Pop this cover off. Should be A1. Believe it or not, it took 3 of us to manhandle this with all the internals in it into a truck. Well, actually into a Dodge Caliber. I carried this in a Dodge Caliber. That's how I got it to my storage unit. Surprisingly. I did that back in the day. So to give y'all an idea of what my organization skills are. So you can see this little clear bin right here, right? This little clear bin. This little bin I put a lot of these bolts in. Reason being is, you know what? I gotta move this to a different area because they're not gonna all fit in there. And I got little separate dividers. These little squares come out. It makes it so it's like your area to store bolts in. So if you ever come into a situation and how they're all, and how to label them. Oh, one of my little clips popped off. There we go. How I label them is with Sharpie. So oh, you can't see them because of the light. Yep, there you go. So I just write on them with Sharpie, and that's how I know. So those are rear main seal bolts. Got a green Sharpie today. That's probably why you couldn't see the other ones I wrote. So if you're taking apart a motor and you want to know where everything else goes, just do this. It'll save you so much time. Alright. Let's go back over here now. I got two little bolts back here that are just here. They probably went to the torque converter because I think this for sure came out of an auto. I highly doubt this came out of a stick shift car. It's a 5.3. Because the only manual transmission that I bought up to this is a T56, and maybe if you're lucky, some other shit. But let's see. Oh, that works. That works. She's off. She just kind of came off. I didn't expect it just to fall that easy. Got this little gasket on here. Gasket did its job for a long time, didn't it? Yeah, it for sure did its job. It's about done now. So we're going to set that to the side with the timing cover. Now with that off, now we can return back to what we were doing before. So I took those pistons back in. I'm back. Shit, this episode brought to you by Mountain Dew. No, I'm just fucking with you. I wish Mountain Dew paid me. Y'all paid me, I'd have a cooler race car and I wouldn't be doing this in my shed. Probably actually get a location. But if you like the fact I'm doing it in my shed, I keep doing it. You can pay me. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I ain't had nothing to eat today, so I'm definitely gonna pop this, man. That was good. Mountain Dew, I don't know what you put in this Baja Laguna lemonade, but it's fire. Fire! Let's see. I think I got the socket for this already out. Let's see. A little too big. Oh, too big again. Are these 11s again? They are. This is an 11, ain't it? No, it's a 1/2 inch. Well, that fits. I think that's what those other ones were. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even work on cars, you guys. That's the other guy. Okay. I wonder if these other ones are a little bit bigger. What? You can do that. What's it called? Ooh. Gotta love that. Taking me back to metric after that. All those 1/2 inches, now it's back to metric. I don't think I got two. I don't even know what size that is. I just grabbed it out of my toolbox. That's all I know. I don't have any more cardboard. Don't think I have any more cardboard. What's fuck? Gotta go back through on those inner ones because I only loosened them a little bit. Probably should have just spun them all the way out, shouldn't I? Yep. use this as a learning experience, so you just do better than me when you go to do yours. Maybe after I do this 4 or 5 times, I'll be a fucking pro. And I'll be doing this with my eyes closed. Be hella killer with the shits. Oh my god. No, I didn't spill my pop. That's all that matters, right? Dumbass me made a mistake. I'm gonna bring y'all in so y'all can see what I fucked up. I forgot to remove the side bolts. I didn't. Bro, look, listen. I fucked up. Okay, I admit it. Real G's fuck up too. So look, we're gonna remove that. We're gonna get this going. See how far we can get in this today, okay? Because I fucked up. It's okay. Thought I removed them all. That's why you're here to learn. Yeah, these are definitely important. So, I'm going to set these in order. So they'll go right back to the same ones they came out of, okay? Oh shit. I don't fall. It's on that team. Wow, I really just sat there and was trying to pull that out without doing this. I did not know. Learning experience for everybody here. Especially if you never worked with LS, you're damn so. Now you know. Because I would have never known. Start again. As they come out, we're going to go right back in. Alright, so now we got those out. Yep, not really moved that time. Nope, still don't want to come? Okay. Bring out the laptop. Got some shit on my head. I'm gonna fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some pop. It's fucking running slow. One second, guys. So can't shoot a single thing, I mean, same thing, I get it. I have to say this one came out the easiest, honestly. Oh, there's still oil squirting out of these holes. This is hilarious. This is the last cylinder right here, or last rod journal, or last main bearing, whatever you want to call it. Main cap, whatever. We're pulling this crank out now. Got to get some plastic to wrap this up in, like put it in the trash bag and just keep it oiled. It will get reused. Alright. So before I grab this, knowing it's going to be hella oily already, I'm going to grab it. I want it to not slip out of my fucking hand. And also, probably no longer want the bolt in it. So let's get that out of it too. Always make sure you remove that before you remove the crank, because you don't want to be wrestling with it on the ground freely. So, so we got the crank out. Bench press this motherfucker. Alright, so we stepped out into the sunlight for a minute. So as you see, we got the crank removed. And look, after getting the crank removed, we also got all the man caps out, as you can see. And that's where I had my failure at. Now look, when I failed on this, it wasn't because I just didn't know what I was doing. It was just the fact that, bro, my block was so dirty that I would have never thought to look right there. And honestly, I've never talked to no one about taking apart LS. I watched a couple videos, but when I watched the videos, I never even noticed anyone taking these bolts out on the side. So now that I know that, I'll never forget. Hopefully this is a tip to you guys. Always remember that there are side bolts that hold your main caps in. I'm pretty sure they just use RTV to seal those in there. Not 100% sure. I'm going to look that up tonight. But I'm pretty sure they're important because they hold oil pressure. So make sure you pay attention to that. Renew those bolts. Get new bolts if you can, because I think I'm going to get new bolts, even though I got them all here. I would have never knew. We both learned something today. So, hey, y'all have a good night. LS is bare block. Cylinder's looking good. So, like I said, I think we're going to keep the block the way it is. We're just going to clean it up here at the house and slap this boy back together. Got to get a gasket tool and remove all this stuff off of here with this mating surface and just make it look good again. Even a razor blade will probably help. Just to make everything look fresh again. The top half, I'm probably gonna get a machining block and just go over the deck. I'm not gonna take no material off, just enough just to get it nice and clean again. But I think this block's ready to see another life. We're gonna see what we can do. She looks good though.